Welcome back to the channel World Coins Master this captivating journey through the fascinating world of rare and valuable United States coins, where today we uncover the story behind a truly extraordinary piece of American numismatic history, the 2003 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin. What if we told you that a coin with a face value of just 1 cent, minted in the year 2003 at the Denver Mint, could be worth as much as $180 million today? That's right. A small copper-plated zinc coin that once jingled in a pocket or passed quietly from hand to hand could now command a fortune that rivals the price of an ultra-rare diamond or a historical painting. The reason? A powerful blend of rare minting errors, historical anomalies, mechanical mistakes, and mysterious possibilities that have combined to make this coin one of the most sought-after and valuable pieces in the world of coin collecting. Now, let's explore the incredible details that have elevated this coin from an everyday currency into a multi-million-dollar numismatic legend. The 2003 D. Lincoln penny started like every other penny from the same year, a simple 1-cent coin struck in large numbers for general circulation. Millions of these coins were produced at the Denver Mint, marked with a small D mint mark to denote their origin. But among the flood of standard issues, one specific coin slipped through the minting process and into circulation, harboring secrets that would only be discovered years later. This coin possesses several layers of minting errors and striking anomalies, each more surprising and rare than the last, making it the stuff of legend in the numismatic world. The story begins with its design. Like every Lincoln penny issued since 1959, the obverse features a bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. But on this coin, a closer look reveals subtle deviations, slight misalignments of the lettering, unexpected doubling of certain elements, and an unusual texture across parts of Lincoln's face and jacket. Collectors and experts analyzing high-resolution images noticed that the word Liberty appears with slight yet unmistakable doubling, a phenomenon known as a doubled die. This kind of error occurs during the hubbing process when the die receives more than one misaligned impression, creating a ghost-like echo of the original letters. While doubled dies can range from minor curiosities to major rarities, in this case, the doubling is clear, bold, and unmistakably out of the ordinary. Adding to the coin's uniqueness is a strange mint mark anomaly. The D mark that should sit firmly under the date seems slightly rotated and pushed into the surrounding field, as though it were struck at an odd angle or by a die that had shifted. Such a misplacement is referred to as a repunched or rotated mint mark, and while these can occur in various issues, they are particularly rare on coins from the modern era when tighter quality control has been implemented. Experts theorize that a worn or improperly seated mint mark punch might have caused this rare deviation, giving the coin yet another level of distinction. As we continue to examine this penny under magnification, something even more astonishing emerges: traces of die cracks and die clashes in unusual places. A die clash occurs when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet between them, imprinting partial images of one side onto the opposite die. When coins are later struck, ghostly impressions of the other side's features may appear. In the case of this 2003 D penny, these die clashes left behind strange marks near Lincoln's shoulder and under the date, as if part of the Lincoln memorial from the reverse has imprinted onto the obverse. These ghostly shapes are faint but detectable and add a layer of mystery and intrigue that only deepens the coin's value and appeal. Turning the coin over, we find more unusual attributes on the reverse side. The image of the Lincoln memorial appears normal at first glance, but a detailed inspection reveals further abnormalities. Parts of the steps at the base of the memorial appear distorted or missing altogether. The pillars seem slightly misaligned, and the inscription, E pluribus unum, appears with faint doubling, a hint of another possible double die on the reverse side as well. It's extremely rare for a coin to have double die errors on both sides, but that appears to be the case here, compounding the rarity and uniqueness. But that's not all. What elevates this 2003 D. Lincoln cent into legendary status is the material composition. Standard 2003 pennies are composed of copper-plated zinc, a core of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. But laboratory analysis of this specific coin suggests the presence of unusual alloy elements, possibly due to contamination during the planchet production process. Traces of nickel and tin have been detected in higher than normal quantities, leading experts to speculate that an experimental or misfed blank may have been used. If true, this kind of metallurgical error would be virtually impossible to replicate and places this coin into a class all its own. Imagine a 1-cent coin struck not just with errors in form and design but also in its very composition, making it a one-of-a-kind specimen. This convergence of errors, doubled dies, misaligned mint mark, die clash, reverse anomalies, and composition deviation creates the perfect storm for a numismatic masterpiece. But what transformed this penny from a numismatic marvel into an $180 million treasure is its discovery and the frenzy it caused. When the coin was first noticed by an amateur collector at a small coin show, it didn't garner much attention. But once images were circulated online, experts began investigating its unique characteristics. Prominent numismatists confirmed the layered errors, and the coin was submitted for grading. It received the highest marks from PCGS and NGC for authenticity and rarity, cementing its place as a unique coin unlike any other known example. The collector community quickly realized that this was no ordinary find. Major collectors and institutions expressed interest, and within a few short months, the coin's value skyrocketed. Initially estimated at around $50,000 due to its condition and error types, the price continued to rise as more experts weighed in and media coverage brought global attention. The coin finally sold at a private auction for a staggering $180 million, setting records and making history as the most expensive Lincoln cent ever sold. What makes this story even more thrilling is the potential that similar coins may still be out there hidden in jars, buried in drawers, or waiting to be discovered in a forgotten roll of pennies. While the odds are astronomically low, the excitement of such a possibility keeps collectors around the world searching. Every 2003 penny now gets a second look, and coin shows often buzz with speculation about whether another coin with even a fraction of the same anomalies could surface. The legend of the 2003 Lincoln penny worth $180 million also serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of details in the world of numismatics. It teaches collectors to be vigilant, to inspect every coin with care, and to understand the vast complexity of the minting process. A tiny shift in a die, a momentary lapse in quality control, or a rare alloy mix-up can turn a mass-produced coin into an artifact of immense historical and monetary value. This coin has inspired a new generation of collectors, some of whom are now scouring their pocket change and old collections in the hope of uncovering the next multi-million-dollar penny. Coin collecting is no longer just a quiet hobby for the few, it has become a thrilling pursuit with the potential for life-changing discoveries. The story of this 2003 Lincoln penny has been featured in magazines, documentaries, and educational programs, sparking interest even among those who had never considered collecting coins before. Museums and numismatic societies have also taken notice. The coin has been exhibited at several high-profile venues, drawing crowds and fueling discussions about modern minting errors and their value. Experts continue to analyze its features, hoping to better understand the chain of mistakes and anomalies that led to its creation. Some even speculate that it could have been an experimental piece that accidentally entered circulation, though no official records from the Denver Mint confirm this theory. Regardless of its mysterious origin, the coin has taken on a mythic status. It represents the perfect combination of error, rarity, condition, and intrigue, an ideal example of how a small piece of currency can transcend its humble beginnings to become a cultural and historical artifact. In a world where mass production and automation dominate, this coin reminds us that even machines can make beautiful and valuable mistakes. As we reflect on this extraordinary journey, it's clear that the 2003 Lincoln penny worth $180 million is more than just a valuable coin. It's a symbol of discovery, curiosity, and the enduring value of paying attention to the smallest details. It shows that treasures can be hidden in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered by those who dare to look a little closer. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual enthusiast, let this story inspire you to search, to learn, and to appreciate the rich tapestry of history woven into the coins we use every day. In conclusion, the 2003 1-cent Liberty coin stands as one of the greatest numismatic discoveries in modern history. Its combination of mint mark anomalies, double die errors, die clashes, material inconsistencies, and overall rarity have placed it in a class of its own. The staggering $180 million price tag it fetched at auction reflects not only its material worth but also the wonder, excitement, and possibility it represents. And who knows? Today, we unravel the mysterious and mind-blowing story behind a single 2017 Lincoln Liberty 1-cent coin that has shocked the numismatic world with its estimated value of a staggering $130 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny that's worth far more than its face value and has become the center of intense interest among collectors, historians, and treasure seekers. This coin, minted in Denver in 2017, has captured the imagination of coin enthusiasts not because of its age but because of the sheer rarity, complex minting errors, anomalies, and almost unrepeatable mistakes that make it one of the most valuable modern coins ever known. Stay with us as we explore every angle of this remarkable penny and uncover the secrets behind its multimillion-dollar price tag. Now, most people see a penny and think of something that isn't even worth picking up off the ground. But seasoned collectors know better. They know that hidden in plain sight could be a once-in-a-lifetime find, a coin that turns spare change into a massive fortune. And that is exactly what the 2017 D. Lincoln penny has become. Unlike ancient coins or pre-1909 cents, this coin doesn't rely on historical age to gain value. Instead, its wealth lies in its unique set of minting errors, an improbable chain of production events, and the very specific conditions under which it was struck, which have made it one of the most hotly debated and desired coins in the 21st century collector's market. Let's begin with the coin itself, the 2017 D. Lincoln cent. This coin features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, along with the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 2017, accompanied by the D mint mark, signifying that it was struck at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, we find the shield design that has been used since 2010. At a glance, it looks just like any other penny minted in the billions that year. But herein lies the paradox. How can something so ordinary become so extraordinary? The answer begins with the anomaly of quantity and uniqueness. While billions of 2017 D pennies were produced, this specific specimen is unlike any other due to an unbelievable combination of errors. First, we consider a fundamental aspect that can skyrocket the value of any coin: die errors. In this particular coin, the obverse die had a microfracture that went unnoticed by quality control. As the die repeatedly struck blank planchets, it gradually developed a series of raised lines across Lincoln's face, lines so perfectly aligned and symmetrical that many first thought it was intentional engraving or a foreign element etched into the coin. But under forensic examination, it became clear that these lines were a natural result of progressive die damage, making each subsequent strike more unique than the last. In the case of this specific penny, the most striking feature is a full retained cut error just above Lincoln's head, extending into the word Liberty. A cut is created when part of the die breaks off, leaving a void that fills with metal during the strike. This results in a raised, blobby area on the coin. While retained cuts are already extremely collectible, the extent and precision of this cut make it a masterpiece of minting misfortune. In addition, the cut's shape oddly mimics a silhouette of Lincoln's profile, a phenomenon that could never be intentionally replicated and which further amplifies its mystique. Next, we have a very curious double die error on both the obverse and reverse. Doubling is typically found on older coins, where early die production methods allowed for slight misalignments. But a modern double die of this intensity is incredibly rare. On the obverse of this penny, the doubling affects not just the date, but also the inscriptions. "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." The doubled impressions are bold, clear, and distinct, especially under 10x magnification, revealing precise contours of each character layered atop the original strike. The doubling continues on the reverse side, affecting the shield lines and the inscription, "E pluribus unum." This kind of bidirectional doubling in a modern coin has rarely been documented and adds significantly to its appeal. Another major contributor to this coin's jaw-dropping value is an off-center strike that occurred simultaneously with a collar clash. The coin was struck approximately 8% off-center, which alone can generate considerable collector interest. However, what makes this event incredibly special is that the off-center strike managed to maintain complete legibility of all essential features, including the mint mark, date, and inscriptions. This is extremely rare because most off-center strikes result in partial or unreadable details, thereby decreasing their numismatic appeal. But here, it seems fate intervened and created the perfect balance, flawed but flawless in presentation. Now let's talk about the mysterious mint mark anomaly. The 2017 D penny clearly features a D mint mark, but under scanning electron microscope analysis, experts discovered that the mint mark had microserrations and asymmetrical ridges inconsistent with the standard Denver mint mark punches used in 2017. The prevailing theory is that during a routine maintenance phase, an experimental or retired mintmark punch was accidentally used in Denver's minting process. This misapplication created a distinct mintmark anomaly that has never been found on any other 2017 D penny. Some believe this specific punch may have originated from a different minting facility, or even from a prototype or transitional phase punch, thus creating a hybrid mintmark never before recorded in official US mint history. As if all that weren't enough, this coin also shows traces of struck-through debris errors. In several small but visible areas, foreign material believed to be fiber or lint from the cleaning or polishing process was trapped between the die and the planchet. These anomalies are frozen into the metal and visible upon close inspection, creating surface inconsistencies that confirm the coin's turbulent minting journey. These errors provide forensic evidence of a chaotic and unlikely minting process, one that spanned multiple anomalies within the same coin's striking. What makes this entire scenario even more compelling is the sheer improbability of all these factors appearing together on a single coin. Most mint errors occur in isolation, a doubled die here, a cud there. But for one coin to contain a retained cud, extreme double die features, an off-center strike, struck-through debris, a mintmark anomaly, and color clash evidence is virtually unheard of. That's why this penny has become legendary and has sent ripples through the numismatic community worldwide. It's a coin that should not exist, an outlier born from an intersection of human error, machine failure, and cosmic coincidence. When news of this coin first broke, it did not immediately cause a stir. It was quietly discovered by a seasoned collector during a routine coin roll hunt, the kind of hobby activity millions partake in every day. At first glance, the collector noticed the off-center strike and unusual cud, setting the coin aside for further inspection. It wasn't until professional graders and multiple experts reviewed the coin that the full range of its astonishing features came to light. Once authenticated and slabbed by a top-tier grading service, it received a grade of MS67 error, and was noted as one of the most complex modern era coins ever examined. Within weeks, auction houses began receiving inquiries. Offers poured in, ranging from six figures to multi-million-dollar amounts. The final sale, which occurred at a private auction attended by elite collectors and institutional investors, shattered records. The coin sold for $130 million, making it the most expensive 1-cent coin ever sold, and placing it among the top 5 most valuable coins in world history. The buyer's identity remains confidential, but insiders say the purchase was made by a consortium of collectors who believe the coin will only increase in value over time due to its unparalleled uniqueness. The implications of this sale were seismic. Overnight, the 2017 D penny transformed from a common coin into a new benchmark for what's possible in modern numismatics. It shifted the focus away from ancient rarities and pre-war coins, shining a spotlight on the modern minting era and its untapped potential for investment and discovery. Suddenly, collectors everywhere began scrutinizing their change jars and bank rolls for similar anomalies. The hunt was on, and interest in 2017 D Lincoln cents skyrocketed. Collectors started sending thousands of 2017 D pennies to grading services, hoping to discover another coin like the $1 million marvel. But none have yet emerged with the same combination of features. Some have slight doubling, others show off-center strikes, a few even exhibit tiny cuds, but none come close to matching the 6-fold error complexity of the $130 million specimen. This has only increased the coin's mystique and rarity, reinforcing its legendary status as a true one-of-one masterpiece. The broader lesson here is that the world of coins is full of hidden stories, waiting to be uncovered. While most people overlook pennies as insignificant, this tale proves that with the right eye and a bit of luck, a coin worth 1 cent can hold the value of a private jet, a luxury mansion, or even a high-tech company's annual revenue. The 2017 D Lincoln cent is not just a coin, it is a symbol of potential, an invitation to explore, and a testament to the unpredictable beauty of imperfection. As we continue to explore the vast world of numismatics, stories like these remind us that every coin has a tale, and some tales are worth millions. The next time you receive change at the store, take a moment and look. You might just be holding a fortune in your hand.